Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? So today I'm going to be taking a look at an awesome app. Sorry, it's not an app. Sorry, just been thinking about work a lot. It's an awesome program. It's one of the best things I can think of on ever wanting to create your own RPG game. Okay. This program is for beginners, immediate programmers, expert programmers. This app is just I personally think it's one of the best things out there. What it is called it's called RPG Maker VX Ace, which is right here. You can either go to their own site, or what you can do is you can actually get it off the Steam store. All right. So let's get started. So if you purchase it through Steam, it's going to open up through Steam, and once it opens up and everything like that, okay, you're going to get this screen here. All right. I know it doesn't look very special, but we're going to get into everything here. This video is just going to be kind of about the basics. Nothing too intense or anything like that. But once you get the screen, what you're going to do is you're going to come up here. You're going to hit New Project or File, New Project. Right. You're going to name your folder. So let's name this YouTube. Game title, we're going to call it the YouTube game. Game title is what the game's actually named. You can change this at any time. It's not a matter. And you also just pick the location. So we're going to pick, desktop and YouTube. All right, so we hit OK. This is what we get. Okay, this is your main screen. Now, what you're going to see over here on the left-hand side, okay, is you're going to see what we call tiles. All right, you get multiple different tiles, different tile sets. All right, depending on what tile set you're using, you get different items. Okay, this is more of landscape. Sorry, not landscape, like buildings, things like that, mountains. Whereas this one is more of the terrain, which is basically your map right here. Now, to change your map, okay, which is down here, any maps you have will all show up down here. Okay, what you do is you right click on it, click map properties. From here you can change what the map's called. So let's say world map. Okay, display name that's if you make a setting, so therefore if you have a script that you make, so that way when the player is playing your RPG they know exactly what map they're on. Okay, this is what I was talking about, the tile set right here. Depending on which tile set you pick, it will give you your different tile sets that I showed you on the left hand side. Right now we're on the field one. You get exterior, interior, dungeon. You can change the background sound, the background music, a special battle back, which is the background when you see your monster. Right here the lowest you can go is 17 by 13. Okay, but this changes how big your map is. Okay, the scroll type, you can change your scroll type. The parallax background, which is, if you want to have a certain background to show something, you can have that there. The note is kind of for you, so that way, you'll see this a lot around. It's kind of a memo area where you can put your own stuff. So, if you want to be able to remember later on what you made that for, that's what it's there for. Encounters is for the monsters you can make, because you can make your own monsters. So you can add in, the default monsters that are there. And everything, or you can even add your own custom monsters that you make. All right, so that's how you do that. If you want a map, you just click on what tile you want. So let's go with I don't know. Let's go with this green one right here. Okay, and from here you want to make sure that you're not in. If you see these blocks here, this means you're in the event scripting. Okay, to get out of there, you look up here. Okay, you're gonna have your map, which is F5. You're going to have your events, which allows you to make your own events for, say, for example, cutscenes, or you want something, a certain character to show up and talk to your character to kind of progress your storyline. You'll do that. Events will kind of be in a later video. Right now, we're just working on the map and the kind of the basic stuff. All right. The last one is region. Region is something new to the VX Ace mode. What it does is it allows you to select certain areas. For monster encounters. So let's say number 1 is water monsters, and then number 2 is sand monsters and things like that. That's kind of change up of what you can do. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on map, which is the hotkey for F5, right? what we're going to do is we're going to choose the grass, okay, and we can just go ahead and change it so that way it's all nice and grassy and things like that. Now, you know how you make it. You can make it your own way. You know, it doesn't really matter. Now, if you're not really sure on how to make your own map, and that there actually is preloaded maps that you can actually use. If you actually right-click, sorry about that. If you actually right-click and click on Load Sample Map, you can actually pick a bunch of different maps from the select options here. Different ones come with different things. They're all named, so that way you know exactly what you're looking at. All right. So that's basically how you do your map. Now, we do have the event scripting, so you can make events and that. Now, if we come over here near the end, this little green button is playtest. This allows you to test your game, so that way you know exactly what's going on. Test it, make sure everything's working fine. All right. Beside it, we have what's called the character generator. This also is new to the BtSGamiing mode. What this does is it allows us to actually create our own characters for the game, what we call sprites. It lets you make a male or female. You can randomly generate, what you want and things like that. You can put different things, things like that. Now, if you want to output this right here, this face, you'd click the output face. If you want this character sheet, you'd click output character sheet. Same thing goes for the female. Output face, output character. Pretty straightforward. It doesn't have all the key things that you might want and things like that, but I mean, once again, you can add your own sprites in there if you want. Moving on, we have our sound test. This allows you to test different sounds that you may have put in the game. So that way, if you want a certain sound to happen, background music. So let's say you're making a Zelda game and you want the Zelda music to show up when you hit a certain area. You can actually put an event in there for it to automatically change what music it plays. Different things like that. Once again, I'll get into that on the next video. Alright, moving on, we have our script editor. This right here is kind of where all the like geeks and things like that, and like scripters and programmers kind of this is their happy area. This is where they can make their own scripts and things like that. There is a website that you can actually go to get your own scripts, things like that. Or you can, if you do know scripting well enough, you can make your own script to do your own things. So that's that. Now moving on, what you're going to do is you can move on to what we call the resource manager. All right, which is right here. Okay, resource manager is basically kind of like the folder option to import things. This shows everything that's in there. So if you want to add something, so let's say you want to, add a new character. So what you're going to do is you're going to hit the import button, all right, and then it's going to take you to the default area where your Steam is going to be. All right, so you're just going to click on there and you're going to have it. But essentially, that's going to show you where everything is. Your sound, graphics, everything like that. Next over is what is the main part of it. This is database. This gives you everything to your terms, to the system, how the system runs, common events, which is a lot more complicated. I'll get into that in a later video. Once again, you have your tile sets. Basically, which ones can be walked over, which ones can't. We have our animations, which allows to show the effect that happens when you fight. States, kind of like what happens if you hit somebody and it puts you to sleep, for example. Your troops, which is your enemies. Once again, you can add your own in there. You make your own. There's armor that you can create, weapons, items, skills, classes. You can make your own classes, and actors. This is kind of like where all your character players are. So that way, if you're trying to, if you want to have like 3, 4 characters or 5 characters even, all being different class and things like that, you can change their starting equipment. Once again, with the notes that we have here, okay. We do have features here to change the features of every character. Once again, that's something I'll get into a later video. I'll have a whole video on these different types of things later on. But essentially, that's how it works. Zooming and out is right here, which is the 1/2, 1/1, 1/4, 1/8. type thing. We have our other tools, which is square, which allows you to change a whole group like that. Hexagon, which allows you to make like certain little hexagon shapes. Filler, which allows you to fill it all in the spaces, things like that. We have all that kind of stuff. We also have our undo button. Alright. And then, when you want to test it, you just hit the test button. I'm not going to hit it because I know it's going to make a really loud noise, and I don't want to blow everybody's ears out. But essentially, that's how it works. So, if you guys enjoy, please like, rate, subscribe, everything like that. Also, just a shout out to my friend. I've known him for a while now. He has his own channel. He's actually, got sponsorship and everything like that. His channel is BtSGamiing. I'll actually provide a link to his channel down in the description below. His videos are pretty awesome. He shows emblem tutorials and different gameplay tutorials on Call of Duty. Alrighty, so guys, once again, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye.